Dear class, once again, let us discuss the subtopic on correction of error in this week. These are errors which are affecting the agreement of a trial balance. You have already understood that the total of both sides of the trial balance must be equal, even though the accounting system has an error. But due to some accounting error, the total of debit and the credit column of the trial balance may not agree. These errors are also known as errors that are revealed by trial balance. Basically, errors that are revealed by trial balance, they are done on one side of an account, either on the debit side or on the credit side. To identify the difference in the trial balance, as the reason of this difference is not sure, the temporary account is open to take the difference. This one is called a suspense account, waiting for identification of the differences. Again, we rectify the error by way of double entry in the general journal or by using ledger. Balance after identification of the source of the differences and being corrected, the balance of suspense account should be 0 as soon as error are corrected in ledger. As we know that the trial balance prepared by the business concern must agree, it means the sum of debit column and the sum of credit column should agree. But if total do not agree, the difference must be written in a new account that we refer as a suspense account. If the total of debit side of a trial balance is more than that of a credit side, the difference amount would be written on a suspense account on its credit side. The vice versa also is true. That is when suspense account is credited. For instance, you have also learned that the trial balance do not agree because there is some error or errors in the account, which is reflected in a suspense account. As a suspense account is a summary account of errors. So opening a suspense account is a temporary arrangement. As soon as the error that leads to suspense account is rectified, this account will disappear as it will become, it will. One point need to be noted that suspense account is the result of one-sided error. So one-sided error are corrected through suspense account, completing the double entry when an error is corrected by placing the correct amount on the debit of the proper account. So the credit is placed or vice versa. For instance, take an example. Kenneth has extracted a trial balance in the drawn-up account for the year ended 31st December 2021. There were a shortage of 17,520,000 on the credit side, on the trial balance, and suspense account being opened for that amount. So credit side is a short amount by 17,520,000. So during the year 2022, the following error made in 2021 were uncovered. One, a sale of goods to Ali. This was 41,400,000. Was correctly entered in the sales book, but entered in the personal account. On the personal account, it is overstated. That is the 57,600. It is overstated by how much? By 16,200,000. But again, a private purchase of 6,900,000 using a business fund has been included in the business purchase. So a proprietor can make a drawing amounting to 6,900,000, but this amount has been included in the purchases account. Again, Tanzania shilling 300,000 received from sale of all the furniture had been entered in the sales account. So the sales account contain an addition of 3,300,000. That is the sale of a used motor vehicle or all the office furniture. Again, purchases daybook has been overstated. Overstated the purchases account by 3,600,000. The last one is the bank charge, which is a 2,280,000 entered in the cash book, but have not been posted to a bank charge account. Not posted to a bank charge account. So you may be required to prepare the journal entry to correct the errors. But again, write up a suspense account showing the correction of error. The lastly, when the profit was originally calculated as 682,200,000, show your calculation for the correcting the figure. So by journal entry, the early account, our data were overstated by 16,200 million, but the correct amount entered into sales, which is 41,400, 41,400,000. So this corresponding amount will be deducted from Ali's account. So since the amount entered on the debit side, so we have to deduct amount by crediting Ali account. But the error were made on one side, therefore the corresponding account will be a suspense account. So we debit suspense account with the 16,200,000 and the credit Ali account 16,200,000. Again, the personal drawing entered in a purchases account, so we have to deduct that amount from a purchases account. And remember that purchases account has a debit side, so to deduct that amount we need to credit purchases account. So because the error we are made on this should be a drawing, because this do not, so the amount entered into drawing account, debit drawing account, 6,900,000, and they deduct that amount from purchases, 60,900,000. But again, we have a sale of all the office furniture, and that amount went to sales. And as we know, that sales has a credit side, so we have to deduct that amount from a sales account. So you need to debit sales account, but also credit office furniture disposal of 3,300,000. Number 4, it is about overstatement of purchases. And as you know that the purchases has a debit side, so if it is overstated, we have to deduct from the purchases, and deducting it means that to credit that such amount. So we debit a suspense account by 3,600,000 and the credit purchases account by 3,600,000. Again, amount on bank charge entered on a cash book but did not being posted to bank charges. So we debit bank charges by 2,280,000 and the credit suspense account 2,280,000. That is the prepared entry. And then for suspense account, one, we have to start with the difference from a trial balance. There were understatement of credit side, so the amount of suspense account also become on a credit side. So we put the difference from a trial balance. It was 17,520,000. So then we transfer from early 16. We credited the early account and the debit suspense account. So in a suspense account, we write early 16,200,000. And from purchases account, we debited the suspense account and credited the purchases account. So in the suspense account, we write purchases 3,600,000. From a bank charge, we debited the bank charge and credited the suspense account. So from suspense account, we credited it by 2,280,000. So after that, if the all error are eliminated, then the suspense account should have a nil balance, as you can add both of them to be a 19,800. So again, we are being told that they went even further to prepare a statement of profit or loss. And from that statement of profit or loss, they prepared while there were those errors. So, and the profit reported were 682,200,000. So after that, we are taking some item which negatively or positively affected a net profit. For instance, purchases were overstated, and if you overstate purchases, it means the cost of goods sold would be overstated. That would make a profit lower, so that we add those understatement of purchases for amount of drawing and the amount of overcast. Again, we deduct the sales, as you know that the sales that they used to calculate the previous profit contain a sale of office furniture. So we have to deduct that sales that contain office furniture, and those that were not contained in a bank charge we are not included on, because we are omitted, we are not included in a calculation of profit. So we have to deduct a bank charge. So we deduct a bank charge and the sales that were included previous reported profits. So after that, the corrected net profit would have been shown here as 687,120,000. Thank you very much.